Hello and welcome, my name is David, and I'll be cooking out of Olivia Newton-John's cookbook called Livwise. So Livwise says that it's easy recipes for a healthy, happy life. So my background is food and nutrition management, so I have learned everything about nutrition as well as how to cook. So I have my cooking certificate as well as my food and nutrition diploma. So we'll see how easy these recipes actually are. So the recipe I'm going to be making today is cornbread. So it's on page 64. So here's the recipe. And this is what it should look like. So the first thing it tells you to do is preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So then you're supposed to line the base of the sides of the container that you're going to be putting the cornbread in. And it's supposed to be in a container of 12 by 20 by 6 centimeters. So I'll be using a non-stick pan instead of using a muffin loaf or something else. So it says in the book that you're supposed to use parchment paper, but these are non-stick, so you don't need to use parchment paper or baking paper as it says in the book. So the next step, it says put the corn into a food processor with 500 milliliters or 2 cups of water. And then process until almost smooth. So I'm just using whole kernel corn. So you just put the corn into the food processor, or it can be a mixer. So I'll only put 1.5 cups of water. So now you blend it until it's almost smooth. So I put it in the food processor, it's almost smooth. You can still see there's some chunks in there. So the next step, it says transfer to a large bowl. So we'll use this bowl. We'll transfer the corn, we'll stick that in the bowl. And then it says add the salt. So you're supposed to use 1 teaspoon of sea salt. So I'm bad for measuring, so that's about 1 teaspoon. And then it says olive oil and polenta. So you're supposed to use 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. So I'll be using extra virgin, extra light tasting olive oil. 2 tablespoons. And then you need the polenta or cornmeal. It's the same thing. So you want 1 cup of that. Pour it in there. And then mix together until well combined. So the next step is to pour the mixture into a container. So we're using a non-stick container. Let's see if it all can fit in one. Just want to smooth it out. And then you're supposed to bake it for 50 minutes. You can add caraway seeds if you want, but I don't like caraway seeds, so I'll be baking this for 50 minutes. So it's been 50 minutes, so I took out the cornbread. So how you know if it's done is take a toothpick or a knife and just stick it right through. And if it comes out clean, that means it's finished. The next step that you want to do is let it rest for about 10 minutes. You can take it out of the pan, or you can just leave it in the pan. The cookbook, it says cornbread makes such a delicious change from wheat breads and can be served with either savory or sweet toppings. So this recipe was kind of boring, kind of bland, but it was still pretty good. If you want something healthy and nutritious, I would say this is the way to go. So thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed.